Welcome, my friends, to another episode of Heroes of Kriegeland. Today, we have Braxion's initial conflict in the tournament of the Heroes of Kriegeland.
Got this.
As we know, he is left standing in a black abyss with his partner, Mary the Cleric, the level 0 cleric.
Yeah,
so
she's great.
She's got very little she can do for you, but she's ready. So, as you guys are standing there, a brilliant green light sparks up in the distance, flies towards you and your partner, Mary. In the small bulb of green fire, a tiny fairy hovers about, spitting off green and yellow sparkles as she giggles and flies around. Listen up! I'm here to tell you the rules to this little contest. Valerio has determined that the first and foremost quality of heroes is the winning edge. And so this contest, known as the Dwarven Standoff, is winner takes all. You and your partner will be placed in a crumbled dungeon in opposition to another duo in the contest. Each team will have a captured hostage loyal to the other team. Each hostage knows the secret runic passphrase to unlock the only other door in the dungeon. And behind this same magically sealed door is a golden statue. The first person to touch the golden statue, including the hostage loyal to you, wins the contest for your whole team.
Okay.
So, things start to bleed back into sort of a semblance of reality. You start to see stone walls shape themselves as the darkness goes away. Your feet replant themselves on solid ground, and you're disoriented for a moment. Do you have dark vision?
Oh yeah, I have
Because
dark
half
vision,
outside.
half
Right,
elf.
okay.
Yeah.
You find yourself in a pitch black room. It's a stone room, 20 by 20. You're in what looks to be like a little guard station or a closet kind of thing. It has a stone door that has a locking mechanism on the inside, so you guys can lock it from the inside, and then a small stone window with some bars.
Okay.
The opponents are 100 feet across an open stone corridor. It looks like it was like once a main hall of a dwarven city, but all the passages are crumbled other than the two doors that face each other, the two doors and windows that face each other across the way, and then over to the one direction there's the magical door.
The door that opens. Okay.
So there's nowhere else to go other than into the big forum area or to be in your own little guard station. First thing Mary does, though, is she casts light.
Okay, so she can cast light. Perfect.
She casts light on her mace.
Okay.
And so now
it's
she
like
can
a
see
torch
in.
mace.
Yeah.
So we have a captor.
And in the corner, behind the door, there's a dwarf tied and gagged to a stone chair.
Okay, he's tied and gagged to a stone chair. Okay. Okay, interesting.
Mary
All right.
kind of looks around.
What race is Mary?
Human.
Human. Okay. Thank you for the light, Mary.
Yeah.
You understand the rules?
She's like, yeah. Either get the passphrase from this guy or from the other guy and get through the thing, touch the statue. Seems easy enough.
Well,
How do we want to approach this?
yeah, it's a great question. Listen, I'm going to lean into it and whisper a little bit. If there's anything I know about dwarves, it's that they're money hungry. Got to get their grubby hands on those gems and jewels. And that's what I live for.
She's like, a bit stereotypical, but that does kind of ring true.
So then in kind of grand fashion, so that the dwarf can see. Oh, he could probably see us. He can't hear us, but I pull out my pouch of glass fake gems,
jewels? Okay.
and I use some little prestidigitation to make them glow like vibrantly, and kind of like pour them out, and then I put them back in, and I look at him and put it on my pouch like this. I say, Mary, go ungag him. Let's interrogate this man.
Okay. So she pulls on the gag. He first starts spitting out. He's yelling stuff in Dwarvish. You speak Dwarvish?
I do not.
Okay. Neither does Mary, so he realizes after a moment, switches to common.
Okay.
You traitorous bastards! You think you're gonna get me to talk? I ain't gonna say nothing. And then he just starts slinging some insults, starts spitting at Mary. She kind of backs off, like, whoa, hey.
Okay, I just try to interrupt him. You've had enough there, buddy? Are you done?
I'll tell you what I know.
Listen, I believe we can make this worth your while. What's your name, friend?
He's like, You could tell something's like wrong because he has this falsified AI consciousness of magic,
okay,
and so
gotcha.
he's like, said dwarf
Okay.
one.
Dwarf.
Dwarf one is my name.
All right,
I
Dwarf One.
believe.
Dwarf 1, you're number 1. I love it. Listen, Dwarf, we have to get out of here, and you can either stay here or you can come with us. Do you want to leave or do you want to stay here?
I guess I want to get out of these bindings.
Well, what assurance do we have that you won't get violent?
I guess you don't have any assurance I won't get violent, because I want to rip that little pretty face of yours right off with your skull.
And I'm sure you do, but I assure you, you shouldn't. I'm gonna cast my damage shield on myself and like have it ripple around
all
me.
over you?
Yeah. And I say, you can either come with us or we can force you to come with us. Peacefully, mind you.
You can roll a persuasion.
Okay.
He has pretty innate magical resistance to being talked out of his programming.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But
Here we go.
anything's possible. Oh, especially for that. All right. Let me out, and well, look, I'm not gonna be a blood trader like my brother, Dwarf 2.
Dwarf 2, yes, we've heard of him. But we'll get to that bridge when we cross it. Listen, here's the deal. I'm gonna walk in front of you. You're gonna walk behind me. Mary's sole job is to have her mace ready to knock you out and hit you in the back of the head if any funny business occurs. Knowing these rules, I will unbind you. Are you going to be peaceful?
All right.
We unbind him. Set
You
up
have
our
a knife or something.
Yeah, I've got 2
Okay.
daggers.
Okay,
Cut
no
right
problem.
to it.
Cut the rope.
Okay, we open the door and we make our train, head out into the open area. What do we see?
Okay, so you open out, again, it's just one big open kind of like circular stone corridor with crumbled walls and passages that don't go anywhere. They're all just blocked off. You can see across the way, there is the other door and window, and they have a torch. There seems to be like a torch or some sort of firelight from within there going. And then just that over that way is the magical door that requires the passageways.
Okay.
And then other than that,
So their door's still closed?
yes.
Okay, interesting. Can my
Oh, and when you open your door and like open it, it's like
really loud?
and it kind of echoes a little bit.
Yeah,
So
they
like
probably hear it.
it's yeah. They at least probably have some idea that you're making a move.
Yeah, makes sense. From where I'm at, can I use Mage Hand to open their door?
No, I mean you would know that you can't, not because you couldn't normally if it was a regular door, but because it's got like a locking mechanism on the other side, like it would take more effort. You can't.
They'd have to unlock it first before.
Yeah, they have to like let themselves out because it's like a guard station type door, so it's like you can even see on the other side. There's a little bit of a handle, but it's like mostly just you lock it and shut it and move it from the inside. So very defensible position.
Got it. Okay, well, let me pull the dwarf friend and we'll talk him. So this traitorous blood feud you have with Dwarf 2, what happened?
You can tell
He's freaking out. Let me simplify this for you, my friend. Do you want revenge against Dwarf 2?
Oh, more than anything.
What would you be willing to give me if I were to provide you that opportunity?
What? I don't really have anything. What would you want?
You see that door over there, the one that looks magical and mystical?
Ah, yes.
There's something behind there that I really need. I really want.
The sacred golden statue of my people.
Exactly.
You would steal the golden statue?
Then I say, I have no
It
need.
belongs to them.
I have no need of wealth, and I pull my pouch out. You've seen my immense wealth. The only reason I ask is because the only way I can get out of here, and I don't want to be with you, and you don't want to be with me, is I have to gaze upon the beauty of this statue. I don't even need to get near it. I just need to access the door.
Ah, you just want to see it, I see.
Yeah, see, look, I'm a storyteller by trade. That's why I get paid in gems and jewels. You want to hear some stories? Everyone wants to hear some stories. This golden mystical thing, what a story that would tell.
All right. Well,
And if you help me do that, I'll help you get to dwarf number 2.
get me dwarf 2 first. Then I'll open the door for you.
I see. Interesting. All right. Well, we seem that we are at kind of an impasse here.
Where are you guys standing?
We're kind of just a few yards out from our door,
Okay.
so not past the halfway
You
point.
hear the
Okay.
and shuffle of like their room door, and it slides in a little bit. You guys kind of all look, and it looks like they just cracked it open, and then they're like, but nothing happens. You're kind of like, they must just be like they're listening
checking.
and watching
Right.
you guys or something.
So, as luck would have it, the door is open, and you have free access to your friend, or former friend, as it would. I'm not sure what happened between you, but listen, let's head over to the door. Let's take a gander at the thing, and then I will help you apprehend dwarf number 2.
All right, let's go check it out, I guess. Couldn't hurt. I'm already free, right?
Yeah, you're a free man after this. Come on, let's do
Okay,
it.
so you guys start walking forward, and I'm gonna roll one of the people inside. You see like a silhouette kind of like pass by the window,
You weasel.
and somebody fires an arrow from within at
God.
Mary.
Oh no, Mary, raise your shield. Ooh, 14.
Ooh, 14 plus. Yep, that does hit Mary, even with her raised shield. So that's just a straight D8 damage. 5. Okay, so an arrow slunks into Mary's shoulder. She goes like down onto a knee. She's not down, but she's The dwarf kind of like looks around and he's like, they're making their move, and so he just starts to like run towards the room for that like towards what their thing is. You need to roll a perception check.
Okay, perception.
It's going to be a wisdom skill.
Oh, yes. I don't have it.
So it's just your wisdom.
Yeah.
Let me roll what I'm rolling here. Oh, not great. Okay.
So it's 13.
Okay. So you hear something for a second, and it sounds like a cat meowing next to you. But then as you shift to look, you get kind of this sensation. And honestly, ever since you've entered the Arcane Engine, you have this, you can almost feel the energy around you and all the like arcane mysticism that's constructing it. Like you feel more connected to it. So you hear this like meow of a cat, and you're about to look like instinctually, but you realize that you can tell that it was like a magical effect. So you quickly glance the other way instead, and a tiny gnome with 2 daggers was sneaking up, and he was about to try to pounce you, and his little magical illusion did not fool you. So let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Their guy is gonna. One guy's in the thing shooting arrows from outside, and the gnome is up in your guys' grill. The dwarf is taking off, so we'll go. This will be the rogue. This will be the archer, and this will be Mary.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
6.
Plus your dex.
Yeah, so 7.
Okay.
7. Not good.
All right, Mary got a 6.
Okay, she's even worse off.
Even worse. Well, the archer got a 6.
Okay.
And the gnome got a 7. Wow. So, holy frioles. Everyone is just stagnating. There's so much chaos, and no one had any chance at initiative. So, you and the rogue are now fated foes. Tied initiative scores. So you get +1 on attack rolls and +1 on your saving throw requirement, or his saving throw requirements, like your stuff is better against him, and vice versa.
Okay.
So we act simultaneously. He's gonna just try to bum rush you with his daggers at this point.
I'm going to yell to Mary to cover the door.
Cover the door.
And I'm going to ray of frost this guy right in his face.
Okay.
Let's see what
Roll. Ray of Frost is a spell attack roll. I can
Okay.
tell you. I have it like memorized. It's
So-
a D8 frost damage if you hit, and it reduces their movement speed by 10 feet for the round. Go ahead and roll with advantage because you have something about being in the Arcane Simulator
Engine.
is just empowering you in a way that you didn't expect. So roll 2d20s. Take the highest.
2 d20s, and it's a charisma roll then.
It's a spell attack roll, so it's your charisma and proficiency
Okay.
together. So is that a +6?
+6.
Okay, so a 20.
20. Yeah.
Okay, so that hits. So go ahead and roll a d8.
4.
4. Okay. So you blast him, and it slows him down enough that he gets to you, but he's only gonna swing once because he's kind of like, and even you can tell the frost hits him and it slows him even more than what you're used to seeing. So he like kind of slows him down a bit.
I knew I had it in me.
I knew I had it. Okay, he does hit.
Yeah, he does.
22 is a
That's
hit.
a very good hit.
Yeah.
Nothing I could do on that one.
However, so he does 3 plus 3, so 6 damage to you.
Okay, 6 damage. But
So he kind of like cuts. He does a quick like slash, but you can tell he's like all caked in frost, and it's like affecting him more. However, your damage shield goes off, right?
Yeah, it certainly does.
D10.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? 1d10 fire?
1d10 fire damage.
Oof. This could finish him if you
I
rolled it
don't want to
enough.
kill him, but
Well, I mean finish him from the fight.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention. There's no injury rolls or death chances or
just
anything. In the Arcane Simulator, there's magical precautions that are set up, so nothing's going to kill anyone. A 1.
One.
Darn.
Excellent work.
Okay.
Well, at least it was flashy, and hopefully it'll show.
So he like
I yell at him to
he,
not
like cuts you across the leg, but then suddenly there's like a burst of flame that like burns his hand. Ah!
Do not attack me again, foul gnome.
Ah! Ah! Okay. So Mary is going to. Well, you told her to cover the door, so she's gonna.
Well, she's her own person, but
That's
she trusts
true.
me.
She does. She's gonna try to swing her mace
At the gnome.
At the gnome.
Okay, good call.
Just the danger is there. She'll worry about the.
6.
Yeah. So she missed.
Yeah, I figured.
So she takes a swing and misses, and then she starts like shuffling towards the door with her shield up, or
Yeah,
you know,
she's got it.
kind of covering the window. Which the archer will then take a shot at her.
No, Mary.
Missed.
Oh, yes. Good job, Mary.
Okay, it's you and the gnome again. He's gonna just try to stab you.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plan?
Can I get, because his movement is slowed, can I get away from him?
You can, but he's
would
either
get
going to
an
get an attack of
attack
opportunity,
too.
or you have to use the disengage action, which would take up like your ability to cast a spell or something.
Okay. Okay. Well then, I guess I will, I guess I'm going to firebolt him then.
There you go. What level 1 spells do you have?
I have magic missile and shield.
There you go.
So if he attacks, I
If he
might
attacks,
be able to shield it.
you can shield. You can also magic missile because it's auto hits.
Oh,
Here,
that's
he hits.
true.
And it's 3 bolts, so you could do all 3 of them. That's 3d4 plus 1 each. So 3d4 plus 3 on him right now.
Can I split them up though?
You can split them up. Yep.
Can I?
And they auto hit and they ignore cover. So
Oh.
and the archer is in the window,
Okay,
so you
I'll
can
shoot.
hit the archer.
I'll
as
do
well.
that. I'll magic missile and do 2 on the gnome.
1 on
and
the
1
archer.
on the archer.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Let me write that I'm doing that, so one of my spell slots is gone. Okay, so let's do the gnome first. I got 2d4.
Mm-hmm. So that's 6, 7, 8, which is enough to drop him.
Oh, good.
And as he swings, well, let's see if he hits. He would hit you because what's your AC?
It's only 11.
Yeah, so he would hit you normally. So he's coming in and like he's getting blasted by the things. It's like but you can tell he's got like that dead eye look. But something happens where you kind of like feel a weird pull of the arcane energy, and your hip pulls itself out of the way just in time, and he like falls down right in front of you, and it makes you look amazing. But you know something's up.
Yeah,
There's
right.
something.
Someone's pulling some strings.
Someone's pulling some strings. Perhaps.
Yeah, so I...
Perhaps Valerio's got some
as he-
favoritism in his.
As he falls, I'll do like a flourish with my staff, and then, by the power of Braxion!
By the power of Braxion! Roll your d4 to hit the archer.
Yeah, let's get him. It is a 4, yeah.
Okay.
Pew, pew.
Boom! You rolled a 4?
I rolled a
Oh,
4.
it's plus 1 too,
So
so
5.
it's actually 5.
Nice.
So you hear him go, ah! And then it's him and Mary. Mary bursts through the door with the dwarf at the same time. And then she casts a quick spell, and he has to roll a dexterity saving throw, which he fails.
Hooray!
So, because it's the plus 1 because of fated foes, because her and that guy were fated because it was 6 and 6,
so
7 and
great.
7. So that's a
Duel of the
D8.
gods.
That's a D8 radiant damage or holy
Oh,
damage.
yeah,
Woof! You see a flash of light. The guy goes ah, and then the dwarf is like, "You got him!" Like my teammates, you got him. Good work, I guess. Ah, and then you hear him like starting to like rough up the other dwarf in there. Combat's over, so you don't have to worry about.
Give us the word.
You go in there and he's tipped him over and he's like punching him in the face and he's like, you There's no way you could understand, you could master the dwarven tongue in time. He's like, just hold on a moment. He's just like laughing. Mary's like, I can't watch this. So she just like tries to grab him and pull him off. She's like, just save our hostage. Like, and he's like, ah! And then he turns on Mary, and him and her start like wrestling and scuffling.
All right. So I'm gonna try to do a intimidation prestidigitation with my staff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna do like a Gandalf, like
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Try to slam the.
All right, roll your intimidation.
Slam the ground and shake it and have the flash of light or whatever.
Yeah.
Like when he's he's going after.
Yeah, like he's.
What is that? 8 plus 6. So 14.
Okay. Everyone kind of stops. Like, what? All right, what? And he's like, ah. He's like, all right, I guess a deal's a deal. And here, let's go over there. And
Yeah, you got to the dwarf.
he's like, oh, don't you worry, I'm going back. He walks over to the door. He says something in Dwarvish that, I mean, maybe you could have learned it in time, or if you would have taught it to you. The doors clank open, and
Get in there, Mary. Get in.
he's like, are you sure?
Go, run, Mary, go.
And the doors open, and the dwarf goes, ah! And he starts running too, so you all gotta rush for it. Mary's faster than the dwarf. She grabs it. The simulation kind of swirls out of a distance. You guys get pulled back into the town to the sound of trumpets and cheers.
Yeah.
And you show up just like, and so many cheers. And you look over and you see Valerio's giving you like a.
Is there like a hand gesture of Braxion or something?
Yeah, sure, like some sort of like
secret thing,
magical like hand gesture. Braxton and Mary have won. They shall move on to the next round of the tournament of the Heroes of Kriegeland.
So I like pull Mary in close and give her a gem.
She's like, thanks. Like, whoa.
You've done well, Mary.
You've done well, Mary. Okay. So congratulations to Braxion. He will move on in the tournament, and they'll. Valerio comes down. He's, oh, excellent work. I have a great faith in your power.
My faith lies in Braxion.
Yes, of course. Braxion's chosen. Excellent. You'll go far, I know it. Congratulations. We will explain the next round of the tournament shortly.
Shortly.